So me asking you is a lawful order.
No,
Yes, it is.
it is not.
It definitely is a lawful order.
Wow.
Oh, bitch, man, like I said. Thank him. For what? For what? For what? I ain't do shit. What? I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit. Different. The same way this man could have handled things different. We all could have handled things different.
Police officers are often convinced that their uniform gives them the right to behave however they want, but what happens when cops take it too far and break the law? Here's some of the craziest cases of cops caught in the act.
We can argue all you want. I don't know why you are being so defensive.
You are not patting me down. You are feeling up under my bra.
Is that I'm allowed to?
No, you're not.
Okay.
This woman was pulled over because her license plate was partially covered by a bike rack, making it hard to see. The cop who stopped her came off as full of herself, immediately throwing out some wild orders. But it doesn't take long to see that this cop is barely holding it together, seemingly willing to do anything just to boost her ego.
You gonna roll down the window? Why not? Roll down the window.
Yes, may I help you?
Officer Norton, Montgomery County Constables, Precinct 5. The reason I pulled you over is your license plate is obscured. I cannot see your license plate.
You're full of crap anyway because it's got my bicycle things on it.
It still can't be covered.
Yes, it's not covered. It is, but that is
It's obscured.
legal.
No, it's not. I cannot see your license plate. I cannot see your license plate.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's obscured. Do you have your license on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
However, it's not obscured.
Okay, it is obscured.
You can call Officer Simpson, Sergeant Simpson, and ask him. It is not obscured.
So me not being able to see your back license plate, don't roll up your window on me.
Oh, watch me.
Okay.
You're in an accident to begin with, so don't threaten me.
I didn't threaten you. I said don't roll.
Don't roll up your window on me. It's an accident to begin with.
Okay, that's all I said was don't roll your window up on me. Where's your license?
It's not obscured.
Okay.
Did you notice how the cop first told the woman to roll down her window, but then, as soon as she did, told her not to? That says a lot about her. But what this cop didn't expect was that the woman knew her right, refusing to answer any questions. So how do you think this overly intense female cop reacted to that?
You can read it.
We can agree to disagree. Where are you coming from today?
None of your business.
Okay, cool. Any weapons in the vehicle?
None of your business.
It is my business, actually.
No, I don't have to answer any more questions.
Yeah, you do. Are there any weapons in the vehicle?
Here you go.
Are there any weapons in the vehicle?
No.
Okay. Any illegal narcotics?
I'm not answering any more questions.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle for me.
Excuse me?
Hop out of the vehicle.
Excuse me?
Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle.
Say that again?
Go ahead and hop out of the vehicle.
No.
Get out of the
I'm not
vehicle?
getting out of the vehicle.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, no, I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
8520. Can you send me another unit? I have a...
You can probably guess what happened next. The cop was furious that someone dared to question her authority, so she started treating the woman like she was some big-time criminal. Maybe she thought she was doing the right thing, but all she really did was show everyone just how little she actually knew about the law.
I do not have to answer any questions, and I am not getting out of
It's a lawful order.
No, it's not a lawful order.
Yes, it is. It is a lawful order, me telling you to get out of the vehicle.
I am not getting out of my
You can open up the channel. You can get out of the vehicle, or you can go for interfering. Okay, well, we'll sit here all day until... Okay. We'll sit here all day. All I asked was for you to get out of the vehicle.
I am not getting out of my vehicle.
I don't know what's in this vehicle. You're not telling me if there are weapons. I asked you if there are weapons. You said, I don't have to tell you. You said, I don't have to tell you. So for all I know is you have a firearm.
There is no vehicle. There is no weapons in my vehicle.
You said, I don't have to tell you.
Exactly. But I also told you there was no vehicles in my... There is...
It's pretty clear that the cop acted this way just because the woman wanted to stand up for her constitutional rights. It's disappointing, especially since this same cop once swore to protect those rights for everyone. Now here she is, not only ignoring them, but threatening to arrest the woman for simply standing up for herself.
weapons in my vehicle.
Okay, cool. Well,
So I do not have to get out of my vehicle.
yeah, you do. It's a lawful order.
No, it's not.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
I'm not doing anything wrong. There is no reason for me to get out my driver's license.
Okay, but I'm asking you to get out of the vehicle and you're still refusing.
Getting out of my vehicle.
Okay, well, we can either pull you out.
Call Sergeant Simpson.
I don't need to call Sergeant Simpson.
Advisor.
He-
There is no reason for me to get out of my vehicle. I've not done anything wrong.
So me asking you is a lawful order.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It definitely is a lawful order.
My vehicle.
Okay.
It's not a lawful order because there is no reason for it.
Okay, she already locked it.
Call-
That's all right. We got a sergeant on the line right now. See? He's en route. So you can sit here or you can comply with our...
The female cop kept making a big deal about the woman not answering her question about having a weapon in the car. But someone should really remind her that the woman didn't have to answer because she hadn't broken any laws and had the right to stay silent. But we can't exactly expect this cop to know what the Fifth Amendment is, especially after pulling an illegal traffic stop.
Orders.
There is no reason for me to get out of my vehicle.
I don't know what's in this vehicle. You were hesitant on me asking if there were any weapons in the vehicle, and you said no, I don't have to tell you. So,
No weapons in my vehicle. If you're not shining your flashlight in my eyes, I'm deaf.
You're deaf?
well, that has nothing to do with a flashlight in your eyes. No, it doesn't.
But I can't see you in order to hear you.
You're not even looking at us.
I can hear you because you're loud enough.
You can hear us, but you're not looking at us.
No, I can't. Not now, I can't.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna run her. So.
Wanting to prove she was in charge, the cop ordered the woman to get out of the car, illegally of course, but that's when things really escalated. Instead of just doing a simple search, the female cop decided to take it to a whole new level, making the woman feel uncomfortable.
Anything you don't need that's gonna poke prod me? Pat you down for officer safety.
No,
Hands on the hood.
that's not a pat down. That is pull my bra.
It is definitely a pat down. We can argue all you want. I don't know why you are being so
Because
defensive.
you are not patting me down. You are feeling up under my bra.
Is that I'm allowed to?
No, you're not.
Okay. Not gonna answer? Okay. Anything in the car that you're not supposed to have?
No,
Okay. Have you ever been in trouble with the law before?
no.
No.
Except for that I got pulled over, like, I went to jail for expired inspection registration, like, a long time ago.
Okay. So there's nothing inside the vehicle that you're not supposed to have?
No.
Okay. Do you mind if I search the vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Stay right there. Do we have any canines?
Under Texas law, a license plate is only considered obscured if it's intentionally altered or covered up. But since the bike rack was attached normally, there was no real reason to pull this woman over. None of the cops there seem to know this, which is considering they're supposed to enforce the law. How can they enforce the law if they don't know the law?
She was interfering.
Oh, yeah. I've done it.
I'm gonna call the DA. Did you call the DA before you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, my guy had to physically have to remove him in the car. 'Cause
Yeah, but how many times did we ask her? You know,
Oh, yeah,
it took
absolutely.
it took 4
I only
units. All
asked mine 3 times.
right, I'm gonna call the DA. Hello, this is Officer Norton with Montgomery County Constables Precinct 5. I got a question for you. That's fair. So out on a traffic stop for obscured license plate. She has like bikes covering her license plate. I can't see the license plate. When I told her that I wasn't able to see the rear license plate, she argued with me and says that it's not obscured, this, and this. I asked her multiple times to get out of the vehicle.
Just look at these cops backing each other up with lies to justify what they did. But the female cop took it even further by calling her supervisor and, of course, giving a false report. All she cared about was spinning a story to make it look like she acted within the law. Let's hear what she had to say.
Because when I asked her, sorry, hold on. When I asked if there were any weapons in the vehicle, she said that she didn't have to tell me. And I said, well, it's for officer safety, this, and this. And finally, after asking her multiple times, she said, no, there's no weapons in the vehicle. I then asked her, okay, well, do you mind stepping out? That way I know, you know, for my safety, your safety, everything's okay. She then rolled up the passenger window, said it was an accident. And then she refused to get out of the vehicle when I asked her multiple times. It took 4 other officers to ask her verbally. We didn't have to physically remove her. But she finally got out of the vehicle. And then as I'm patting her down, seeing if she, like, you know, stuffed anything anywhere in her bra, she said that I was not doing a pat down.
Did you catch when the female cop claimed that the woman had a weapon in her car as if that were a crime? You don't need to be a law expert to know that all American citizens have the right to bear arms under the Second Amendment. Surprisingly, her supervisor was reasonable, and the cop quickly realized she was just one of the many caught in the act of lying.
I'm with you. Technically, yes, you have a violation if you want to file it. However, there are some problems that will make you look terribly bad if you have to defend this case in court.
Okay.
The first one is the statute that I wanted to look at is that bicycles and motorcycle racks attached to a vehicle in normal and customary manner cannot be used as a basis for obstructing a license plate. It's actually spelled out in the statute.
Okay, even with the bicycles on it?
I'll read it to you. Subsection A7, which is the obscured license plate, may not be construed to apply to a bicycle or motorcycle rack that is attached to a vehicle in a normal or customary manner. Now that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, she has a valid point about the search.
Honestly, there's nothing better than seeing the authorities put bad cops in their place. Can you imagine the reality check this female cop went through when her supervisor told her exactly what she didn't expect to hear?
In saying that you patting her bra is not a pat down, it's a search. So the long and the short of it is, I would not do it, but if y'all really want to bite off that fight, yes, we'll file it.
No, I mean, I'm gonna go with obviously what you say, because I'm calling you to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. You could easily make out the case for interference with public duties for her refusing to come out of the vehicle for an extended period, requiring a number of officers to get involved. However, a defense attorney, in my opinion, is going to eat you alive with the other 2 issues at a trial on that case. So I'll go whichever way y'all want to go, and I'm certainly happy if you want to talk to your sergeant about it and make a decision that way.
No. Like I said, I called you to get your kind of approval on the stuff that we got.
The cop had no choice but to let the woman go. Of course, she still had to write her a ticket, though it's unclear what the ticket was even for. Should this cop face consequences for her actions? Speaking of cops getting caught in the act, here's one who was bored on the job and decided to pull over a driver right in a private parking lot. That escalated the situation from there.
Don't walk up to my car, please. Hey man, you can't drive through a parking lot like that. You got your driver's license insurance? Any weapons in the car I need to worry about? Ford, did you catch my traffic?
Yes, sir. Have you on traffic?
Robert John Lincoln, 4732. Robert John Lincoln, 4732. Traffic 27.
Sorry.
1441 6588 1441 6588. Is there any particular reason why you felt you needed to come through the parking lot like that?
I didn't think I did anything wrong. I just came over to get gas.
You were speeding and you cut through parking spaces. You know you can't do that.
It's just going to be confirmed on Robert.
I didn't think I was doing anything, man.
I mean, you
all
walked
I
around.
was coming to get gas.
Yep. Oh, are we gonna go back and forth, or are you just gonna?
You asked me a question. You want me to answer it or not? I'm not.
The cop claimed the driver couldn't drive like that in the parking lot, but he didn't say exactly what he meant by it. Anyway, why is a cop who's supposed to be handling traffic on the street hanging out in a private parking lot stopping people? But this was just the beginning. Trust me, you'll be shocked by what this cop does next.
Okay.
If anything, I thought I was going even slower than normal.
No, sir.
Because normally people don't even park where you park, and that's the direct path to the gas pumps.
Through the parking spaces is the direct.
I do realize that, I know that there's parking spaces there.
And you
There's
almost hit that car that was turning right there. I was watching, man. As soon as you
almost
cut
hit
in front of me
anybody.
like that, I was like looking and I watched it happen. So
I come here every day. There's almost never, ever anybody. You were sitting there this morning. Now, last week for about 3 days, someone was parking there. But if I come here 365 days a year, which I do, there's someone sitting there maybe 10 times. So there's never ever a car there. So yeah, I go through there because it's the straight path from the entryway to here, which is what you're going to see everybody else do it. But I mean, you know, I hear you, man. I got it. To you, it looked like I was going fast. To me, I thought I was going even slower than normal because I didn't want to get too close to you.
go ahead.
I think so.
Thank you.
This man was super patient. Way more patient than I'd be dealing with a cop like this. Just look at how calm he was, trying to explain that he comes here every day and no one's ever bothered him at all over such trivial stuff. But the cop didn't want to listen to that. He took it like a personal attack, like it hurt his ego.
So,
I'm not kidding you either, man. I come here every day, dude.
Look, I'm not.
I send pictures of my wife the price of the gas here every day when I come through.
Okay, look.
So, anyway.
Here's the deal, man. I'm not gonna go back and forth and all that. I'm not gonna write you tickets, but the only reason I'm not writing you tickets is because I'm out of tickets right now. Okay, otherwise you would be receiving a citation.
For what?
Okay.
What did the citation? I'm just curious.
Disregarding traffic control device.
On private property?
Yes.
Okay.
You still can't do that. It's still illegal.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not gonna write you a ticket.
I hear you, man. I understand.
I don't appreciate the attitude. Two, I get it. You're upset. Nobody likes cops pulling up on them. Nobody likes it. Okay, but you know you did wrong. You know you're not supposed to cut through the parking lot. And instead of being like, "Oh yeah, I messed up. Sorry, it won't happen again," you want to sit here and go back and forth with me, right?
There's a lot better things than this to be doing for you, man.
You're right. I was working on a report.
You can be over here, and there's people right now running 90 miles an hour on the thing.
You want to go to jail?
So
you want to go to jail? You could go to jail for this.
You can do what you want to do. I can't stop.
I don't want to take you to jail.
No.
That is definitely a waste of my time.
That's when the cop went from writing a simple ticket to threatening arrest in an instant. But he didn't stop there. He had the nerve to say to this man that he was wasting his time, even though we all know who's really wasting whose time here, right? And as you might guess, that wasn't the end either. The cop had yet another threat up his sleeve.
Okay, but the attitude is not necessary.
I agree.
That's on your part, sir. I haven't been rude to you at all.
That's fine.
I have a camera on. I can't be rude to you.
Okay. All right.
I will get in trouble. You go file a complaint. Based on my behavior, they will decide whether or not to get me in trouble. Write me up.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We're good, man.
Okay. All right, well, I'll make sure that I'm there all the time. If I see it happen again, then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right?
I'll look that law up on private property, too. I don't believe you'd have the authority to do anything here on this parking lot like that.
I could also take you to jail for Class B reckless driving. Or Class A reckless driving. Because you did almost hit that car.
I didn't almost hit anybody. I was nowhere near. There's cameras everywhere. You can do what you want to do, Harold. I can't stop you. If you want to be this way, then that's up to you.
This time, the cop claimed he had the right to arrest the driver for reckless driving. But really, what kind of reckless driving is he talking about? The man was just in the parking lot, like every other day. It seems like some things only make sense in the minds of cops, or maybe this cop just wanted to make people afraid of him. What do you think?
I'm trying to be a reasonable
person.
Are you
having a bad day, sir? Is there a reason why you're acting like
I'm
this?
having a bad day because you're
to
doing this to me.
Have I raised my voice to you at all, sir? You're the only one who's getting upset.
I'm upset because I think this is ridiculous. I think this whole thing is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
What do you think is ridiculous?
That we're even talking about nothing happened. And here we are talking, and you're threatening to take me to jail.
No,
and so I shouldn't be getting upset?
I don't call it a threat, sir.
No, it's a threat. That is a threat. You're threatening me under color of law now to take something on private property, which I don't believe you even have the authority to do.
It's a dictionary term, sir.
Okay.
It comes from black laws.
No, it's not. It's a Class A
dictionary.
misdemeanor for you to threaten to arrest me over something that you know is not really true. But that's okay.
What's the penal code on that, sir?
Trust me. That's okay.
Trust
It's okay.
you.
Okay.
But then the cop got annoyed that I mean, who wouldn't be though? Imagine yourself in his shoes. You'd probably feel the same. The man even tried to calm things down by agreeing with him and de-escalating, but the cop kept pushing with more accusations and threats of arrest.
We're good.
Trust you.
We're good.
I don't feel like we are. I feel like this is this is a problem.
How is it a problem?
I feel like you're going to continue to commit these behaviors that are unsafe and put people at risk.
So
You don't feel like you did
anything
anything
for
wrong.
something that's possible they may do in the future. So now we're playing Jean-Claude Van Damme future cop, and you need to stop me from something I may do in the future. That's now your position. You're feeling like you should take action because maybe sometime in the future I might possibly continue to do something. Come on.
What is the law designed to do, sir?
Oh, I know you want
designed to
compliance.
stop people from
I know
doing
you
things
want
that they're not
voluntary
supposed to be
compliance.
doing.
I know you want voluntary compliance.
Okay, go ahead and put your hands on his back.
Wow.
1717 Wayside Drive, female, one to me tall with a gray shirt and a white undershirt with camel pants.
Can you believe this cop actually arrested the man? Even though he claimed the man was being a danger to others because of his behavior, the real issue here is that the cop is the one being a threat, using his power and authority like this. Just because he can arrest someone doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, right?
The other male's going to be a little bit shorter with a black shirt, black loose fitting pants, just kicked in the front door.
We'll do this a different way then.
I have
this way.
injury on my left arm.
Would you like 2 sets of handcuffs?
No, my head hurts.
Okay, we can do
There's a
2
big
sets of
scar right
handcuffs.
there, God.
I know, we can do 2 sets of handcuffs.
Cannot believe you're doing that.
Well, sir, I'm concerned that you're going to continue to do this unsafe behavior. So,
I'm familiar
I've seen-
with the residence. Has no water.
you want 2 sets of handcuffs?
This hurts, man. It hurts.
I can do 2 sets of handcuffs.
Honestly, watching this cop is frustrating. He knew his body cam was on and kept blaming the man for his own arrest, saying he escalated the situation, though we all saw it play out differently. Just to make it look like there was a real reason for the arrest, the cop even came up with yet another supposed violation the man had committed.
I cannot believe that you're doing this, dude.
Well, I mean, it didn't have to go this way.
No, it never did. None of this ever needed to happen, I don't believe.
Okay, well, I disagree with you.
Okay, I know.
What would you like me to do with your car? You want to call somebody or do I tow it?
Do we really need to do this, Harold?
I mean, I didn't think we did.
I didn't think we did either, sir. Man.
Okay, but I mean, you wanted to sit here and argue with me about what I observed with my own eyes. Okay, I'll go get a copy of the video.
I didn't think we were close, Harold, at all. I didn't
Not
think
me.
I was close
You
to
didn't hit
anyone. No,
almost
you're
me.
talking
You
about the
hit
white
another
truck.
vehicle. Yes, you even know what truck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What? I didn't think we were close, sir. I really didn't.
no, you were very close. They had to slam on their brakes. I watched it happen.
The cop claimed the man had almost hit someone, although the parking lot was empty and he had no proof. He just assumed his word was enough. Realizing the kind of cop he was dealing with, the man started apologizing and even begged him to let it go and start fresh. But that just seemed to make the cop even more determined to push things further.
Okay, you came flying through the parking lot. Okay? So what are we gonna do about the
I
park?
didn't think I was going that far.
You certainly were, sir. You definitely were. Okay? You definitely were. Okay, so what are we gonna do with the car? I don't want to tow it, because that'd be being a real I'm trying not to be. Okay, what would you like me to do with the car, sir? I'm gonna ask one more time and then I'm gonna have to have it towed.
Can we back this down, dude? Can we cool off here? please. I'm sorry. I will.
You have forced my hand at this
I
point.
will.
Because if I don't go and see this through to its conclusion, I know you're going to go to the police department.
You'll quickly see that the cop's biggest worry was that the man might file a complaint against him. But instead of just apologizing and letting him go, the cop came up with a strange plan to convince him not to. Does he really think this man is clueless and can't see what's going on?
File a complaint on me. Now, the complaint's not going to do anything because I have it all on video. Everything is recorded. I don't talk to anyone in the public unless I have my camera on, okay?
I'm not going to go complain to Carol at all. I'm just a little upset because I really, honestly...
Sir, I watched it happen. I was working on a report. I definitely have better things to do.
I didn't think that I did anything, Harold. I didn't think I did anything.
Well,
and
it
was very
frustrating. People don't think that. But I explained it to you, and then you wanted to argue with me.
Because I didn't think I did anything, Harold.
I know I look young. This is not my first day on the job, sir. I promise.
It's nothing to do with any of that. I didn't think I did anything.
You almost hit that white truck.
I agree with you that that's what you think. Then there's nothing I can do to change your point of view.
It's going to be on the cameras. I'm going to get copies of it.
I didn't think I did anything. It was frustrating for me to try to explain to you that I didn't think that I did anything and you're not hearing me.
I hear you, sir. I disagree with you. So what do we want to do with the truck or with the car?
I'll have to call my wife, I guess.
Okay, well, let's call her. Where's your phone?
It's it's in my pocket. I just got through sending her the message about the...
Okay, well, how about it? I'm going to give you another set of handcuffs because, like I said, I understand if you got... Hold on, let me stick this thing right here.
The cop decided to take the man's handcuffs off and let him make a call. It's frustrating because it feels like he's just messing with the man's emotions. Why give him false hope if he's just going to arrest him again later? Honestly, if it were up to me, not just anyone could become a cop because of stuff like this.
What am I being arrested for, Harold?
Disregarding traffic control device. Because a reckless driving charge is a much, much higher charge, and again, like I said, I don't want to be that big of a... Lean forward for me just a little bit. Get your phone out. Any firearms in the car I need to know about?
No, I don't do anything.
Okay. Well, it's not illegal to have a firearm, sir.
True.
I have multiple ones in
I understand.
various cars.
30-31,
The man called someone to come pick up his car, but when they asked him over the phone what happened, he could hardly explain. That's no surprise because the cop didn't even have a clear reason for the arrest. It was like he just arrested him simply because he could.
Can you loosen this one, please?
We can.
Hey, I need you to come over here and get somebody to come pick up my car over here at Bucky's and take the city up there. Takes the city officer over here to arrest him.
Can you repeat the first name?
I know.
Scott.
So my car is going to be, you'll find it over here on the end. So, yeah, I guess so. And then I'll
speak to her. We'll take your phone. I'll give her a call if you want me to.
I don't know what else. I need you to, you're going to have to cover the work. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm going to leave this phone in the car so that you can get called. Okay? And then I don't know how we're going to handle that.
As if this one cop wasn't enough, another one soon showed up as backup. But it's unclear why any backup was even needed, since all that was left was to take the man to the police station. It seems like just another cop trying to boost his ego before it was all over.
He came, so I was sitting right there. And he came through the parking lot and cut through all the spaces. He came through so fast and whooped into here, and there was a white truck. The white truck had to slam on its brakes. So I come over here. I was just gonna be like, hey man, chill out. Like, chill out, don't be like that. But he wanted to go back and forth and argue with me and give me all kinds of stuff. And like, I didn't have any tickets and I didn't grab a rider this morning. So I was like, man, look, it doesn't have to go this way. He kept going back and forth, so I was like, all right, let's go. Yeah, I was gonna be. But I'm not gonna be that big. He has a different phone he wanted me to grab.
Clear. On gate, I'm not finding anything on gate.
The backup cop asked his partner why he'd arrested the man. The cop, who was busy searching the car, started making up excuses to justify what he'd done and put the blame on the man, who in reality hadn't done anything wrong. And to top it all off, he didn't even have a warrant or permission to search the car.
I don't know this guy at all. I don't know anything about him. But he kept wanting to go back and forth, and argue, and I was like, if I had a ticket book, I'd have just written him a ticket. You have a rider?
I got paper tickets.
You got paper tickets? That's what I'd rather do.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'd rather do. Okay. We're gonna do this a different way. So the other officer has a ticket book he's gonna let me use. You're gonna be receiving the citation, okay? And because I think going to jail is a bit excessive. But, well, I agree with you, but I didn't have another option. I don't have another ticket book, and I don't have a ticket writer with me.
I'm not sure what went through this cop's head, but then he suddenly changed his mind and decided to let the man go with just a citation. Pretty obvious he realized he was in the wrong, but was still too proud to admit it. So he tried to make it seem like he was doing the man a favor.
So we're gonna do it that way, okay? Step out for me. Take your steps out. Take your time.
Tighten up. Oh my God. Dude, loosen that. It presses that scar, man. It hurts. Well, the motor's not good.
Maybe this cop thought he'd come across as the good guy and that everything would blow over, but the damage was already done. The man was humiliated, and nothing the cop did could fix that. Looks like the cop just upgraded himself from a possible complaint to a definite lawsuit. At least that's exactly what I'd do if I were in the man's shoes.
Yeah, I'm going right there. 40, can you pull me case number?
2470.
Was it 5885
For here,
No, that's there. What's this one?
for the hour,
No, the address here.
I think it's
50. Tanger's 5885. 6201?
The cop knew he was overreacting, but with all these lies and mood swings, this cop shouldn't just be fired, they should also get some psychological help because this behavior is just not normal. This incident started when a group of cops, led by Sergeant Newberg, decided to write a parking ticket for a FedEx driver. One of the driver's co-workers tried to step in and talk to the cops, hoping to calm things down and explain that they weren't parked, just temporarily stopped.
This car behind me. I run out here. I tell him I'm ready to move my car. He tell me he can't. He got to finish it because he started writing it. Man, you don't have to finish that. And I sit there and say, well, did you get a person behind me? There was a car right behind me. Did you get a person behind me a ticket and write that stuff up for them? He like, what car? Man, you seen it. He turned right right there and say, oh, that car? Man, stop playing with me. I came out here to move my car. Stop it.
875.
Come on now, it's not. I literally watched him start writing and I came right out here and said, I'm gonna move my car. You gonna tell me, oh, I gotta finish writing it. You don't gotta finish writing that.
While they were talking, the FedEx driver showed up, and instead of keeping things calm, Sergeant Newberg ramped up the tension. First, he told the driver to move along, but then quickly changed his mind and told him to stop. From that moment, things just started spiraling out of control, and you guessed it, the Sergeant Newberg didn't make any effort to calm the situation down.
I'll tell you what, you got about 3 seconds to stop him. Pull him over. Pull him over. Stop him. Stop him. Driver's license and registration. No. Driver's license and registration. What's up? Driver's license and registration. Get him tickets. You a bitch, man, like I said. Take him.
For what? For what? For what? I ain't do shit. For what?
You're not gonna come over here and create a disturbance.
Get my ID and all that, right?
Call the FedEx company. Tell me the driver's under arrest.
For what? For what? I see another FedEx driver getting in trouble.
You're not gonna curse at officers and create a disturbance out here. Your truck's gone. Your job's gone, I hope.
Can you believe these cops actually arrested the driver? That's not even the worst part. At first, Sergeant Newberg didn't have a clue on how to explain the arrest. When he realized it might backfire, he scrambled to come up with the lamest excuse, claiming the driver was disturbing the peace and causing a public danger.
You have no right to even have this job.
You have no right to assault me like that. For talking to another employee? Yeah, I ain't do shit.
You're not gonna cuss at the police.
I didn't do anything. I'm getting arrested for talking to another FedEx employee.
Unlock this car.
You see how this man treating me, right?
Unlock this car.
I ain't doing my thing, bro. All I did was stop for another FedEx employee. Both of us work for FedEx, yo. Both of us work for FedEx. This man asked me for my ID.
Well, hopefully you won't be working for him long.
I gave this man my ID, right? He took my ID out of my hand and grabbed my other hand and said I'm under arrest for nothing. Nothing.
You're under arrest.
For nothing.
Disorderly conduct.
For nothing.
Sir, step in the vehicle. Sir,
that's crazy.
Have a good day.
I'm a worker.
You get ready to go too. You get ready to go too, big man.
Sergeant Newberg was a textbook example of a racist cop. If he weren't, he wouldn't have had to arrest the driver and threaten the other employee with being arrested too. I mean, why would you arrest them just for talking back and disagreeing with a ticket? I don't know who taught these cops that they're above the law and can do whatever they want, because they're not.
Go away and take your balloons. Huh? Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and play this game out here.
So I guess he's making a complaint because I started getting a ticket.
Yeah, gotta get FedEx to come get their truck.
If you thought Sergeant Newberg would be satisfied with just arresting the drivers to feed his ego, you'd be wrong. He decided to take it even further and show off just how important he was by calling the FedEx company. He claimed he was just calling someone to come pick up the truck, but trust me, he had a much worse plan in mind than anyone could imagine.
Huh?
No, he's saying that he's legal, but...
Yeah. I need someone to pick up the phone. I need your boss's number.
That's what I'm asking him. I'm saying, can I get my phone on my car so I can give him
No.
all that information?
No.
I'll walk with you and all that. I'm not even going to do none of that. Like, you already got me cuffed up, man.
When no one answered the phone, Sergeant Newberg took it as some kind of disrespect, crazy as it sounds, and went back to the arrested driver to take out his frustration on him. Honestly, if it weren't so sad, it'd be funny how lost Sergeant Newberg was in his anger. He completely lost it and kept pushing things to the limit, no matter the consequences.
So you're going to jail.
Okay, that's
And I'm
cool.
calling your boss
Sir,
to
that's-
come get your
sir,
truck.
That's okay.
What's your boss's number?
It's in my phone, in my truck. That's what I'm saying to you.
What
I'm
happens if I
trying
call
to
the
explain to him.
1-800 FedEx number?
It's gonna send you to a hotline, and they're gonna send you to a runaround. That's all they're gonna do. I can literally get out the truck, get out this car, and go with you. And sir,
No.
it's right there inside the GPS thing.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, I don't have no problem with going to jail, sir. I have no issue with that. If you're gonna lock me up. It's okay. I understand you're frustrated. I understand you're mad.
No, I'm not frustrated, man. You're not going to cuss at my officers. You're not going to put their life at risk.
How did I put his life at risk?
You cause all these people to start coming out and cussing and carrying on. We have
No,
one guy
I didn't
now
cause
threatening
any of
us.
that. I didn't cause any of that.
Yeah, you did.
Y'all, I stopped for another employee who I know is another employee and said, yo, stop moving your hands around, yo.
If you think I'm exaggerating, then tell me why Sergeant Newberg would get angry at the arrested driver for not knowing his boss's phone number. I mean, who remembers stuff like that at all? The guy even told the man if he wanted the number, he could grab his phone from the vehicle. But Newberg couldn't handle being told what to do, even though the driver was just trying to help out.
You don't want to get
It's all on body camera.
I know that.
Police are a bunch of bitches. You're bitches and
all this crime going on and y'all stopping a man for ticket. Like I said, sir, all I ask is can he get my phone on my car so he can call my boss? That's it. That's it. I understand that he's mad. I understand he's angry. I understand that. That's okay. That's cool. You don't gotta treat us like this. You don't have to treat people like this. We are human beings. That's all it is. Y'all wanna act, y'all all pulled up here deep. Literally. No, I didn't.
what? That's your FedEx driver.
Sergeant Newberg was standing in front of the cop car, still trying to get in touch with the FedEx company. But he didn't like that the young guy in the back was speaking up, basically just defending himself. It's his right, after all, so Newberg decided to slam the door in his face, locking him in so he wouldn't have to listen.
Look, what I'm saying to him is like, yo, he right. I'm not sitting here disputing saying, yo, you wrong. I could have handled things differently. Same way this man could have handled things different. We all could have handled things differently.
Work for the company, man.
More cops gathered around Sergeant Newberg, and they decided to mess with the arrested guy's emotions. Instead of just grabbing his phone from the truck to get the number, they thought it'd be more entertaining to threaten him about losing his job if he didn't give them the number, even though he had already told them multiple times that he didn't remember it because it was saved in his phone.
I'm just calling the 1-800 number now.
he needs to get away from that truck, though.
Hey, Paul.
Sergeant Newberg was in the mood for a fight that day because one arrest wasn't enough for him. As soon as he spotted the arrested driver's coworker from earlier, he started heading toward him. Probably would have arrested him too if he hadn't finally heard back from FedEx.
Eddie, what are you doing? But why is he over at this truck?
Because I work for these guys, FedEx.
Get him away from the truck.
What I'm doing. All right, here you go. Why don't you, here you go. Right. That's what I'm on the phone with my manager on the phone telling him. This is truck.
Hello? Yeah, this is Sergeant Newberg from the Baltimore City Police Department. Do you understand that? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, your FedEx driver in one of your trucks is under arrest, and his truck is just sitting out here. I need someone to come get it.
Remember when Sergeant Newberg said he just wanted to call FedEx to have someone pick up the truck? Well, he did that, but for some reason, he still felt the need to get back at the arrested driver, so he put his plan into action.
He's in the West Side Shopping Center, 2495 Frederick Avenue, Baltimore City. What's the zip code out here? 21223. Okay.
And then we're looking at him like, whoa, who you talking to? So when Sergeant walks up to him, he said, bro, slam the door. Sergeant ain't stopping me. I go around, stop the law. I said, stop. He gets out of the vehicle, thinking he's all tough, talking about what you gonna do, nothing, blah, blah, blah.
During his call with FedEx, Sergeant Newberg even tried to insult the arrested guy and get him fired, which seriously was over the line. Some cops really don't seem to know when to stop. Meanwhile, the arrested guy was just sitting in the car, completely unaware of what was going on behind his back or how unfair the cop was being toward him.
I can't hear you. What?
I said I'm a man. I told you that. Like I said, man. Y'all sitting here saying that I said stuff that they need to say.
It's all on camera. You got recorded.
I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Threatening police.
No, I never threatened you. Sir, come on now, man.
When you do that with it's right on camera.
I'm not threatening.
Your conduct let us officers be placed in a position with a bunch of people out here that our safety is jeopardized. You will never ever compromise my safety or my officer's safety, not in a million years. He's lucky he's not in jail.
All right, can you explain that to me though, sir? So
let me. I'm going to explain to you. Are you a grown man?
Yes, I'm a grown man.
Okay, let me ask you something. At what point did you think it was a good idea to pull up to the police and start?
I didn't pull up to the police. I wasn't pulling up. I knew him.
Sergeant Newberg told the arrested guy that he was a danger to him and his fellow cops, even though that wasn't true at all. I mean, we all saw the guy just stop and say something to the cops from his trunk, and they arrested him, probably because they didn't like him questioning their authority in front of people in the parking lot.
At what point did you think it was a good idea to pull up on the police and start talking like that? At what point was that smart?
I thought me pulling
What does this have to do with you?
He's a work guy, man.
You want to know what's so funny about all this? He's going to be going home. He got a ticket and you're going to jail.
I know it.
So congratulations. You don't see him running over here cussing at us for breaking you to jail. No. What is he doing for you right now? So you got locked up for him, but what's he doing for you? He's over there and ain't saying a word.
Sir, right, because he that's literally what I
You really just lost your job, probably.
Nah, I probably lost my job.
Oh, you so real good.
Like I said, man, I apologize for that, man. But I don't feel, like me personally, it's like I didn't do anything hostile or threatening.
All right, well, you just don't get it then.
I get it.
Did it annoy you too when Sergeant Newberg, confident that he convinced FedEx to fire the young guy, started making his already tough situation even harder by mocking him about losing his job? He's not just a bad cop, he's a bad person. But it gets even worse, as you'll see in his second call with a FedEx company.
Well, I can try to fill you in on what's going on with your driver if you'd like to know. Okay, I've still yet to know this gentleman's name. Ask him his name. Michael Lynn. Is he one of your employees? Okay, well, a supervisor was called, which would be me, the supervisor, because an employee, I guess he's on his lunch break, I don't know what his deal was parked in a fire lane in his personal car. An officer was giving him a parking ticket. He was hooting and hollering out here. It turns out he's a FedEx employee, which, whatever, he's carrying on, didn't want his ticket. Whatever, that's his prerogative. The problem became when your FedEx driver pulled up in a truck, I guess he is...
You know where this is going. This time, Sergeant Newberg decided to make both FedEx workers look bad, and he really put an effort into it. And of course, you thought he'd skip the part where he praises himself, acting like both a victim and a hero. Well, you'd be wrong if you thought that. Let's hear what he had to say next.
A fellow employee of this gentleman stops in his FedEx truck and starts cussing at the police and making a heck of a scene. He's told to knock it off. He continues, and now he's cussing at the police. People are gathering. I don't know what this guy's deal was, but it got to the point where, based for safety issues for the police involved, he was taken into custody. I don't know what this guy's deal is or what his problem was with the police, but now we have a FedEx truck running here, sitting in the middle of the roadway in the shopping center, and we got him in handcuffs in the back of a car. That's where we're at. We're at 2495 Frederick Avenue. What's the zip code here? 21223. All right, give me a direct number to call you back at to see if I can come to some type of other resolution in this matter. Take this number down. What's a good number to call you back at? What?
Sergeant Newberg will soon wrap up his conversation with FedEx, but even that won't satisfy him. He'll go right back to the arrested guy. This time he's trying to paint himself as a hero helping FedEx. Ironic, considering he'd be more of value dealing with actual crimes instead of wasting time arresting innocent people. Wouldn't you agree?
Now your driver's talking. What number to call you back at? 410-388.
That's Chris.
2060. What's your name? Tom Johnson. No, he's gonna get a hold of your boss. All right. Thank you, sir. Well, what I should have done is just towed the thing and not wasted my time making any of these phone calls. I'm trying to help your company out. I don't have to do all this stuff. Now I'm just trying to figure out, now that you've calmed down, whether to still take you to jail or let you go on your merry way with this truck. But the issue I have, no, hold on a minute. The issue I have with this whole situation is I honestly believe that you think you did nothing wrong. And that's the problem I have with this.
I know what I did wrong. If I tell you what I did wrong, we'll let you go.
What do you think you did wrong?
Pulling up was wrong from the get-go. Just pulling up was wrong. I should have just kept going. I'm my goddamn business, man. Finished doing my damn deliveries.
I don't even care if you pulled up and said to your...
Sergeant Newberg seemed to actually enjoy mentally messing with the arrested guy and using cheap tricks. Honestly, a cop shouldn't be acting like this at all. He seems to have forgotten his job is to protect people, not make them feel threatened. But with his next move, Sergeant Newberg truly deserves to be fired and held accountable for what he said.
Your compadre there. Hey, let the punk police do what they got. You're not even letting me talk. I don't even care. Let the punk police write you your ticket. you know, I was surprised they have nothing better to do and drove away. That's not exactly what you did. What you did was you took it to the next level, and your anger just came spewing out of you, and the cussing and the carrying on, and people. It's all on camera, sir.
No, I said the fussing.
It was ridiculous. Do you have children? You support them with your job. Why would anybody risk that to do what you did for him? What is he, your brother? Were we kicking his face in?
Nah, y'all wasn't doing that.
Were we choking
him?
him?
It was how he was acting towards y'all that I pulled out.
Sergeant Newberg knew exactly where to hit to make it hurt. He found out the guy had a family and started telling him he should behave better or he might lose the job he supports his kids with. This was the moment the arrested guy realized it wasn't worth it to fight back against the cops.
I was like, yo, literally, I don't want to see the situation that's happening.
But it's not
happening with him.
You're a grown man.
Right, sir.
You have a family. This isn't the street corner down here where it's like a bunch of knuckleheads jumping all over the police and you have nothing to lose. You have a job, a good job with probably a good company with benefits. What are you doing? Get your head on straight. You're not running the streets here. You got a job.
Nah, like, honestly, once real shit is backseat is what I need, man. Because it's like, literally, man, humble, man. Real shit.
Let me ask you something. As protective as you are as your fellow drivers, as protective as I am of my officers, do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. I got when you said what you said, I was like, but the whole time, it's like, man, I don't even want to go into it because I don't want to get misunderstood or you say something like I misunderstand you. So it's like, man, it's a big misunderstanding, man.
Well, it's actually not a misunderstanding.
That's what I said.
Is you have a temper and you jumped all over the police and talked to them like crazy with really no basis behind it other than your friend was getting a ticket for being illegally parked.
I seen it.
That was easy. That was it.
Before y'all
But
before
why?
rap, I seen it.
But why? I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and try to psychoanalyze you. I don't even know you. Obviously, I don't know what that made you act that way, but it's not going to be tolerated.
The arrested guy started apologizing to the cop, saying he was wrong. You could tell by his face he didn't really mean it, but he didn't have a choice. So what do you think? Did Sergeant Newberg finally decide enough was enough and let him go?
Under any stretch of the imagination. Well, you got out, but you were loaded for bear a little bit. You were jacked up, bro. You were jacked up.
Like I said, man, I wish it would be different times, man. Probably decent dude. Probably actually somebody cool to sit down and chill, man. But this was a test for me. So I apologize.
Call that number back and tell him disregard. The driver's going to continue his route. I'm going to be getting soft as I'm getting an order.
You ain't, man. You done already had your fun and games that I seen. Laughing at my distance.
This isn't fun for me.
It's like,
I got more, like you said,
right,
I got.
Check this, right?
But I don't want to ever see a man lose his job either.
No, look, I'm going to go ahead and give you since you said.
Well, he did. Sergeant Newberg decided enough was enough. But before letting the guy go, he made sure to soak up a few more apologies and nice words from him. Even though he knew they weren't genuine, he enjoyed them even more, knowing he'd forced them out of him.
They hit your boiling point.
It seemed like it, man.
Yeah, it did. Jump out, boss. Jump out. I actually like you now.
Man, like,
You actually seem like a decent guy right now.
Cool, dude, like,
No, you seem like a nice enough guy. And I never, let me tell you something, I never let anybody go either.
I think it's really because I want to be better for the city. Like, if you work for any other company, I'd be like,
No, you're a working man. I never want to see a man lose a job, especially when he has children and a family to support. I don't want to be that guy over a misdemeanor disorderly charge. Ever see someone?
I'm probably gonna be on hold for like 10 minutes. You might want to get in your
You got a copy of his IDs? Because I'm going to write up a.
I want to call your boss. I told me, he said, man, I don't even know why you talk. Like, duck. And And I said, yo.
The story gets even more unsettling when you learn this wasn't the first time Sergeant Newberg was caught in the act. There were a few other recorded cases where he crossed the line, so imagine what kind of cop he is. Today's video was intense, but these cops have nothing on the ones we have lined up for you in the next video. If you think it can't get worse than this, you're in for a surprise. Get ready for what's coming up next.